The mile-high city of Denver, Colorado, the site for the Nets, enigmatic. That may be the only way to describe Kyrie Irving and his incredible handle. The sharpshooting playmaker is the focus of the offense as they get ready for game time at Pepsi Center. Nets, Nuggets, coming up next. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. DA, take it away. Just putting in the extra work. All right, thanks, David. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Nuggets. They're right now in the 8th spot in the conference here in the early part of the season.
Well, I think for Denver, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Now, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick and maybe turn around your franchise's fortunes.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Kyrie Irving, Wilson Chandler out there with Jordan. Then there's Harris, and it's KD in at the small forward position. And for the Nuggets, at the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Harris looking it over. Shot clock at 6. And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul. Early on, Brent, what are some of the intangibles you look for in a team that may be taking the next step?
First of all, is the player who's returning that's shouldering most of the responsibility, is he any better than last season, Kevin? Has there been some growth in his game? Secondarily,
the great ones always grow.
They always do, and they're really sharp usually coming out of summertime, and they're ready to go. Second thing is, has the roster been tinkered with a little bit or tweaked a little bit to enhance what it is that the skill set of the star player is going to provide for their team throughout the next 8 months of the season?
And after spending his first NBA decade with the Clippers, DeAndre Jordan bounced around last season, remains a supreme athlete and rebounder, though, at that center position.
Now here's Barton. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And it's Jokic missing.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now is still trying to find its way.
Here's KD, and it's sent back by Millsap.
Great block from Millsap, sending that one back.
Barton, no luck. And a nightly double-double threat is DeAndre Jordan, but some dissatisfaction with his play last season. Greg, what was that?
Well, I felt like his impact has tailed off just a bit from his peak with the Clippers. Sometimes the great athletes have more of an adjustment as they enter their 30s.
Here's Barton. Wilson Chandler making his last shot. Harris outside. Passes it to Millsap. Shot to stop the run. Not going to go that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. This the first chance to take a look at the Nuggets this season.
It's an East versus West matchup tonight. First meeting of the year between these two.
Yeah, fun to see maybe strangers because you just aren't familiar with these faces here tonight. This will be a very exciting game to watch.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Now here's Murray, following the miss by Jokic. Millsap misses.
And typically, he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Chandler finds Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome tonight.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. If you were commissioner, Brent, of the NBA, would you add or alter any rules right now?
Wow. First of all, I think you get to fly on a really nice plane wherever you're going, and you get to go to any game you want to.
Yeah.
So sign me up
with
for that job.
courtside seats, by the way, too.
Add or alter any NBA rules. I think the game is in a pretty good place right now, Kevin. And there's not much that I think is out there for us to change.
It seems like All-Star Weekend and the length of the season seems to be two pretty prominent things that continually come up.
Yeah, and as far as the question, I guess my head was going to things that are on the floor.
I was thinking that too, but I couldn't think of anything that really...
On the floor, it's tough to figure out something that could be adjusted, and I know Adam Silver and David Stern before him, all of their concern mostly is about the optics of the game. Yes. And right now, it's in a pretty good spot.
It's very pleasing to watch, there's no doubt. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. Brooklyn on defense. The pass to Grant. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Shot clock at 5. Beasley for 3.
Yeah, love the job they've done here to protect the paint.
The Nuggets with another miss. Here's KD. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And it was debated for a while, but after last season, Brent, the consensus now seems to be that Kevin Durant is the best player in the league.
Are you putting me on the spot here, Kevin? I mean, I think that's unfair. But if you want to talk about, maybe recency bias, it's the fact that LeBron didn't play a lot of games last year, and the situation that happened in Los Angeles allowed Kevin Durant maybe to get a little bit more shine for what he was doing with the Golden State Warriors. I think that you and I would take either one of them.
And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at Denver. They've hit a little bit of a skid here, playing right around the league average now.
And right now, Brooklyn, they've sure made a statement here early on, outpacing some teams that were expected to be better, owning that top spot and defending it with pride.
Now Durant, following the three-point attempt by Nikola Mirotic.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
And then Durant with the jam.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Here's Beasley following the bucket by the Nets. Kicks to Grant. Pass to Mirotic to end the cold streak. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Inside and stolen by Mirotic. To the inside, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
Finally, after all those clanks, someone comes through for him.
Yeah, the point is to score, so getting that first one, that always helps.
Now, here is Irving. He's coming off a 16-point game against Utah. Dinwiddie passes to Harris. Here's Jordan. He's covered by Grant. Clock at 6. From the left block. No good from Jordan. The Nuggets trail by 17. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Mirotic against Irving. And then Durant with the dunk.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
A 3 for Mirotic. Doesn't go for him. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Nets lead by 17. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick turned star in the league, talks about what the game means to him.
Basketball, like passion, love.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, the Nets enjoying a nice lead here.
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
So for Brooklyn now, Dinwiddie runs the point with LeVert flanking him. Jared Allen is out there with Prince, and it's Caruge in at the small forward. Brett, so many guys are now shooting from well beyond the arc. Who do you think has the deepest range in the league?
I think Steph Curry has the most consistent, deepest range. He is
Lillard is in that category.
Lillard is in there, and of course, last year's playoff win will never go away in terms of what a great memory that was. Trae Young is now entering that category, Kevin.
Yeah,
I mean, we saw that at the end of last year. His fearlessness in pulling up from just about anywhere has been pretty remarkable. And to that, I will add one Brook Lopez, who has found his way well beyond the three-point line.
He's a whole nother conversation.
We'll talk about him later.
We'll do that. Here's what Denver's going with right now. Jokic, he's checked in for Plumlee. Murray comes in for Malik Beasley. And Barton subbed in for Monte Morris. Now here's Dinwiddie. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Allen. The layup missed. The Nuggets trail by 15. Here's Barton. That's in. He's got two made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Will Barton actually showing signs of strength, willing to take those shots. You know, the defense is all over him.
Dinwiddie drives in, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
Now here's Barton. Here's Jokic. 2 points. That one goes.
But Will Barton always going full speed. That time finds a bullet pass to a teammate.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. Shooting at a high percentage. All teams aim to do that. Let's see the league's best. In third, the Nets.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Dinwiddie against Barton. Shot from the wing.
Nice job on the contest from Barton there. Closing the open look at the hoop quickly with that long reach.
Murray left side. From outside, off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And the Nuggets franchise still looking for their first trip to the NBA Finals.
How about the franchise making the ABA Finals back in 1976? So it's been quite elusive here in the mountains to get the finals back to Denver. 40 years ago, still looking for that trip.
Brooklyn with the ball. Denver able to drain the three. Dinwiddie with it. Now guarded by Barton. Prince's shot is good.
Well, he knows how to score, and he does just that on that play.
Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a win against the Jazz in Salt Lake City. Iritic against Prince. It's Barton on the wing for three. Rebounded by the Nets.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Looking to run, Prince just streaks down the open court.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Barton finds Jokic over Prince. Jokic, no good.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Stolen by Grant. Barton outside. Right wing. Here's Jokic. Another shot, and the layup is good. Jokic has got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, Jokic in a smart place there, collects the offensive rebound, very alert, and cleans up the mess.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
What a find by the Denver Nuggets. No hype really around Jokic coming into the league, and now he's a star player here in Denver, a franchise player here in Denver, and a heart of a team that's got a tremendous amount of potential in the next couple of seasons. Jokic heading up this offense and shouldering the load.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Now here's Durant. 20 points for him last game against the Utah Jazz. And with Jokic, he was a second-round pick for the Nuggets back in 2014.
Think about the decision that was made between Jokic and Nurkic, and how it is that the team felt like Jokic could grow if Nurkic moved on, which he did to Portland. And now all of a sudden the offense takes off under Jokic, a playmaking 5 that opens up a lot of cutting opportunities. And I know this young nucleus is going to do some great things in the future, mostly behind what Jokic has provided this organization.
And it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away, using those long arms.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Now here is Harris. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out trying to win this game.
35 seconds left here in the second. Three-pointer, Barton. But they'll get another chance. And Jokic throws it down.
Good decision-making with the ball in his hands for Paul Millsap. That's a terrific beat.
Millsap with the steal. Now Murray. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. To the paint. Here's Jokic. Another miss by Jokic.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. I guess Shaq's not here today. If your name is Kenny the Jet Smith, raise your hand, please. And I'm Kevin Harlan. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 13 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
Well, they've been playing with some toughness. This led to a nice lead for them, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding numbers. Now they need to stay mean, Ernie. You cannot lose that edge in the second half.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Denver?
Poor efficiency on offense. That's what jumps out at me. You aren't going to win many games shooting under 35%. Bad shot selection, too much one-on-one play, not finishing with authority. Now, these are correctable errors. They could choose to come out in the second half and completely flip that script.
That's all for now.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
This is why the best athletes in the world play this game. If he finds a hole, he rips through and throws it down.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Nuggets. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Barton in at the 3, the small forward. Now Now here's Durant. Irving way outside. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. Irving's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Nets. Murray, the pass to Harris. Back to Murray. He kicks it to Barton. Stolen by Durant. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to go on Will Barton.
And the all-star Kevin Durant, a slender, quick-footed forward. He's added a bit of physicality and defensive presence to his game the last couple years. I think there's just been a lot of respect for the approach of Kevin Durant over the course of the past couple seasons, especially with the Warriors, wanting to be a better defender, better rebounder, better rim protector. Of course, we think of scoring first, but man, the defensive end and what he's done to take some pride on that end has been impressive.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Irving. Nikola Jokic craps the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Harris kicks to Murray. To the middle. Jokic, no good. And with Durant, the non-scoring aspects of his game almost get forgotten.
Well, Kevin has put up 5 or 6 assists a game over the last couple seasons. It helps to have 2 of the greatest shooters in the league on your side. It's going to be interesting to see how he develops after the injury and what he comes back to as a player in a new system with new teammates and more mileage on that body.
Martin with it. He's picked up by KD. They need this. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Kevin Durant.
Get a feeling like that play was designed for Will Barton to get contact and get himself to the free throw line.
Brent, on both ends of the floor, Will Barton is an effective spark plug for this team.
Yeah, he can fire you up out there, Kevin. He can do some things, obviously, defensively to get the team going and igniting the fast break. And then offensively, I know Mike Malone might not agree with all of the choices from Will Barton, but when he gets it going, it's an extra spark for this Nugget squad.
Here's Murray. Spencer Dinwiddie picking up that last basket. And it's Jamal Murray with the 3. Murray's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Brooklyn leading by 14. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Denver. Mirotic is checked in for Millsap, and it's Grant in for Will Barton. And the Nets making a change here as well. Kuruc is checked in. Now here's Dinwiddie. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Dinwiddie's got 4 this quarter.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
This team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. His 3-pointers off the mark.
The team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Here's Murray. The rebound by Prince. Nets leading by 18. Kuruc passes to Allen.
In a moment now to see some numbers for Nikola Jokic. 11th in free throw percentage. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And he deserves credit for knocking down such a high percentage of his free throws. It's not a glamour part of the game, but incredibly important nonetheless. Catching up on the changes for Denver. Plumlee is checked in for Jokic. Malik Beasley comes in for Harris. And Morris subbed in for Murray. And Rodions Kurucs picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Jordan, he's checked in for the Nets. Sometimes when a shooter misses a wide open shot, Brent, you hear, oh, he had too much time. I mean, is that really a thing?
I mean, in life, do we really have too? You never have too much time.
Never have too much time.
You can never have too much time.
I think about Marc Gasol, like in the finals and the playoffs last year. He would sit there and no one would even be around him.
And he's tiptoeing like, do I shoot? Do I shoot? I think it messes with you just in terms of the psychological part about like, why isn't anybody guarding me here? Well, if you're a bad shooter, there's a really good reason why they're not guarding you.
And the Nets with possession here after the Nuggets pick up 2. Here's Dinwiddie. It's LeVert on the wing. Covered by Beasley. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Karis LeVert with the 3.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Stolen by LeVert. Down low. Oh, and the jam by Jordan.
Look, DeAndre Jordan and the rim, those two are best friends.
The Nuggets have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Outside Mirotic. They double him with Jordan. Morris against Dinwiddie. Morris, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Prince outside. The shot, no good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
Yeah, that's what he's doing best right now. Plumlee loves to convert as close to the rim as possible.
Dinwiddie against Morris. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Passes it to LeVert. Allen with it. And here's Prince outside. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds in this game. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. To the middle, and here we go. Brooklyn fast break.
Not allowing the defense to cover him or alter his shot there was DeAndre Jordan getting to the rim.
Grant outside. The 3. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Nets, getting the 4th quarter going. Wilson Chandler out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Durant. And it's Irving at the point. Now here's Barton. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches? No, it can't be that. Well, I don't know if...
if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game, somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. Quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time.
Yeah.
Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys, but as the season goes on, you just don't see that anymore.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. Out to the right wing. Barton outside. It's good from long range. Martin's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Nuggets.
In that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
Now here's Durant. On the wing, Irving, covered by Morris. The kick out to Irving, just 2 to shoot. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got his 3rd assist on the night. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Now the pass to Millsap. Back to Morris. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Irving against Morris. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And that's 10 points for DeAndre Jordan.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Denver calls timeout.
A career best season for Kyrie Irving in 2018-19. Scoring just as great as ever, but it was the other areas, playmaking, rebounding, defense, where he made tremendous strides.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Jokic comes in for Mason Plumlee. And it's Jamal Murray in for Monte Morris. Now here's Durant, following the missed shot by Will Barton. Chandler dishes to Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Well, this might be a KD special here. Everything dropping early here, and the defenders already slouching.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And the Celtics expected Kyrie to become a better passer and defender in Boston.
They felt he had the capability. You could argue that those improvements have elevated him from a great scorer to a great player in our league.
For the Nuggets, Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Millsap. Michael Porter comes in for Barton. And it's Torrey Craig in for Gary Harris. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. David Nwaba is checked in for Jordan. Rodions Kurucs comes in for Kevin Durant. Musa, he's checked in for Harris. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
Jokic does such a nice job of doing everything in this offense, including the drive this time.
Here's Temple. To the inside. Jokic with the steal. Murray for 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Musa can't hit. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Wide open. In deep. Jokic drops it in. Jokic just got 4 points in the quarter.
It's amazing how much the evolution of Jokic has helped evolve the offense that's around him. A fearless player who feels like he can go up and match up against anybody in the league.
3 on 3. Here's Murray. And the basket is good.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Timeout called, the Nets. Of course, Dirk Nowitzki spent his whole career with the Dallas Mavericks. We don't see that much anymore, from the beginning to the end with one team.
No, but I think we're going to still occasionally have anomalies like we did with Reggie being in Indiana for the years of his playing career. Nate McMillan was in Seattle for his playing career, now coach of the Indiana Pacers. So there will be times where we'll have that once or twice. It's not going to happen very much, Kevin.
Not in today's
not
NBA.
In today's game, and not sports. With what's at stake.
Brooklyn leading by 21. Irving kicks to KD. Jordan at the elbow. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. for the Nuggets. Hernan Gomez comes in for Jokic. And it's Michael Porter in for Jamal Murray. For Denver, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. It's Barton with the drive. Outside, Porter. Millsap looking it over. Over Chandler. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, he wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Brooklyn.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kevin Durant.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Just continuing to develop an overall game that was evident coming into the league. Gary Harris getting better at spotting the open man.
Now, here is Irving. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. First one falls for him.
I feel like Kyrie is just never afraid of the challenge in front of him. Tougher the situation, seems like the tougher he plays.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Millsap. Torrey Craig comes in for Gary Harris. And Monte Morris subbed in for Barton.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Here's Jordan. Plumlee with the rebound. Now, here is Morris. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.